first discovered his bizarre powers when he was a construction worker.
10 superpowers that were actually caught on camera. We all dream of having some superpowers to help navigate life. With all of the DC and Marvel movies coming out, we are quick to admire the superheroes' strength, agility, and other cool stuff that makes them superhuman. But what about the people who don't appear in movies but still possess awesome superpowers? Today, we are going to see 10 totally unusual humans who are not far from being superheroes. They already have the power to back it up. But before we get started, like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. 10. The Iceman. Running shirtless and shoeless may not seem like a superhuman power until you consider that Wim Hof ran a half marathon 200 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, where the temperature is nearly minus 20 degrees, and the run took 5 hours and 25 minutes.
Not recognized by science up till then to be possibly influent.
At one point, the attending physician on the run warned Hoff not to continue because she couldn't guarantee that his toes would survive. They did. The Iceman practices tumo, a way of controlling the body's temperature that is usually only mastered by Tibetan yogi monks. To add to his records and feats, Hoff has climbed Kilimanjaro in 2 days wearing nothing but his signature black shorts. He also broke his own record of the longest ice bath by staying submerged in ice for 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 48 seconds. Talk about, cool. In 2007, he attempted to climb Mount Everest wearing only the shorts, but failed. Not because he was too cold, however, rather because he injured his foot. 9. The Magnet Man. Several people in history were known for having strange magnetic abilities, but the most widely known is Lu Tao Lin. This Chinese man can stick any metal object to his body. Scientists from Malaysia's University of Technology figured out that his skin has very high levels of friction, which provides a suction effect. Lu performed in many charity events, showing his ability. He could cause metal objects weighing up to 2 kilograms each, up to 36 kilograms total, to stick to his skin. He also pulled a car using his ability. Lu's ability was not due to any source of magnetism. The trait appears to be genetic, appearing in Lin's 3 grandchildren. Lu was featured on the 2nd episode of the Discovery Channel's One Step Beyond.
He first discovered his bizarre powers when he was a construction worker.
8. Mr. Eats All. This French entertainer can eat anything, including rubber, metal, and glass. If this guy encountered a supervillain, he'd just eat him. Michel Lotito is known as Monsieur Maguetot, or Mr. Eats All. One of his most impressive feats was consuming an entire Cessna 150 airplane, which he ate in small bits over the course of 2 years. Michel appeared to suffer from a condition known as pica, a disorder characterized by the appetite for non-consumable foods like dirt, rocks, and metals. But what makes Michel truly notable is the abnormally thick lining in his stomach and intestines that made it possible for him to eat sharp metal objects and consume toxic substances, which would have killed a lesser person. 7. A six-finger sinker. Former MLB relief pitcher Antonio Alfonseca was known for his killer sinker. Antonio is a Dominican former relief pitcher. While his pitch was surely the result of years of practice and perfection, it's difficult to conclude that it wasn't also at least partially due to the 6th finger on his throwing hand. Alfonseca was born with a rare genetic condition known as polydactyly, which results in extra fingers or toes. In fact, El Pupo, or the octopus as his teammates called him, has an additional extremity on each hand and foot. While it's debatable if the extra finger actually helped his pitching, it's hard to imagine that it had no effect. Alfonseca also played for the Florida Marlins, the Chicago Cubs, the Atlanta Braves, and the Texas Rangers. 6. The Elastic. Man Gary Turner can carry up to 3 points on his stretched out skin, a handy trick for the bar, but also talent's good enough to earn him a Guinness World Record title for the stretchiest skin in the world. He earned this title in 1999 when he stretched the skin on his stomach to an astounding length of 15.8 centimeters. The man of stretchy talents can even pull his neck skin over his mouth in a display that's both creepy and fascinating. He is able to do these Halloween-like stunts because of a rare skin condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This disorder has the effect of causing the collagen in the skin to become defective. Collagen strengthens the skin and determines its elasticity, so without it, you get a sideshow performer like Gary. He's basically like a real-life version of Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four and Elastigirl from The Incredibles. 5. Lion Man, Kevin Richardson. This South African animal behaviorist and zookeeper worked a lot with African animals. He is mostly known for his close relationships and fearless approach to handling wildlife. You might see him in pictures comfortably cuddling lions, tigers, and hyenas. He is known as Lion Man. Most people would run at the sight of a lion or hyena sprinting at full pace towards them. Kevin Richardson, on the other hand, readies himself for a huge hairy embrace. At his 1,200-hectare sanctuary, Kevin hangs out with 32 lions, 15 hyenas, and 4 black leopards. Kevin developed his passion after he was helping at a sanctuary and was given the responsibility to look after 2 lion cubs called Tao and Napoleon. This sparked his love of the animals, and to this day, Kevin uses his unconventional companionship with these beasts of nature to raise awareness for their dwindling numbers. There are only 20,000 lions left in the world, making Kevin's work extremely valuable, as well as insanely dangerous. 4. Autistic artist with photographic memory, Stephen Wiltshire. Stephen Wiltshire is a British architect, and he is famous around the world for his phenomenal memory. He can recreate any landscape after looking at it for mere moments. When he was young, Stephen was diagnosed with savant syndrome, establishing himself as what we can call a visual memory genius. In the past years, Wiltshire was made a member of the Order of the British Empire, MBE, for services to art. In the same year, he opened a permanent gallery on the Royal Opera Arcade in London. He also draws fictional scenes, for example, St. Paul's Cathedral surrounded by flames. Using his remarkable talents and an exceptional memory, Stephen has gone on to sketch numerous city skylines around the world, from London to Paris to New York. Stephen's work sells for thousands of dollars each. 3. The world's most flexible man. This American contortionist, actor, television host, comedian, sports entertainer, and stuntman is the most flexible person in the world, and the Guinness World Records is very familiar with his name. His superpower developed through a condition called the hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a genetic mutation. It can also cause severe pain, but luckily, Daniel Smith only has a mild case of it. The trained contortionist knows no limits when performing and has astonished people with his mind-blowing feats, regarded as a legend in the world of contortion. Smith even stunned his teacher, Master Lu Yi of the San Francisco School of Circus Arts, with his bodybuilding. His next feat stunned the world when he dislocated both legs and arms by turning his torso 180 degrees, winning him the title of the world's most flexible man. 2. The French Spider-Man. If you thought that the only way to harness the powers of Spider-Man was to endure a radioactive spider bite, think again. 50-year-old Alain Robert, also known as the French Spider-Man, is famous for his spine-chilling feats in urban climbing. Without any safety equipment to keep him from falling, Robert hoists himself hundreds of feet into the sky, scaling multi-story buildings in broad daylight. Robert has climbed the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, the Canada Square Tower, the Petronas Towers in Malaysia, and the Four Seasons Hotel in Hong Kong. 1. Mutant boy can see in the dark. Meet a regular mutant from China. It's amazing how long your eyes glow, and he can see in pitch black darkness just like a cat. His ability is also baffling doctors. They don't know how his eyes have developed some form of supervision, which is not a very common human ability. He has stunned researchers by even reading in the dark because his cat-eye vision has made it possible to see clearer in the absence of light. He has normal vision during the day, just like you and me. Yahweh holds the Guinness World Record for being the first human to see in the dark. Hope you liked this list of people who've got real superpowers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell icon for more daily videos. Goodbye.